I'm talking predominantly about long form content in this video for a reason, because that's your evergreen and that's what's going to get you your watch time hours other than going live. Some people will sell you on course. You don't need no course. You just need to lock in. Hey babies, what's up and what's poppin'? It's your girl Assata and we're back for yet another YouTube video. If this is your first time to my channel, before you leave, if you find out anything about YouTube growth or how I plan on getting monetized by February 2027, make sure to leave a like on my video, please, and also consider subscribing. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into this video. So I have my laptop right here and I had to literally write everything down, because if I didn't, I wouldn't be able to remember, because it's just so much information. Okay, so number one, do not do YouTube for strictly monetization purposes or just to get paid. I promise you, you will burn out and you will start to hate it. Especially if you have no idea where to start and you're really just trying to do it for the money. You're going to burn out. I promise you. I lied to you not. This video that I'm doing is mainly for the people who have a passion for it, who love editing, who love video, who want to get into it and absolutely just love being on YouTube. So yeah, if you don't like recording yourself or hearing your voice, YouTube is probably not going to be something for you. And that's just me being open and honest, because a lot of people will lie and be like, everybody should do it. And I'm one of those people. In the past, I was like, yeah, everybody should do it. But when it comes down to taking YouTube seriously, you literally have to treat it like a part-time job or a full-time job. And if you are the type of person you just don't like to talk on camera, or you don't like to edit at all, it's just not the platform for you. My second tip would have to be to make YouTube videos that you yourself would actually watch. I think that this is a golden tip, because I feel like a lot of the time when people start to run out of ideas, they just start to throw slap at the wall. You know what I'm saying? Like just throw paint at the wall type thing. So yes, do not put out something that you yourself would not watch. I know, like, it's a little cringy sometimes, especially when you're starting off, to watch yourself speak on camera, talk on camera, do whatever it is that you're doing on camera, and then you have to sit there for hours and hours and edit. So do not, and I repeat, do not make videos you yourself would not watch, because attention span is extremely important, especially on YouTube. The more time that a person spends watching your video, the higher your chance of the algorithm pushing your video out so more people can actually view it and watch it. Know your competition, but do not copy them. And this is what I mean by that. So in digital marketing, because I do have a master's in digital marketing, they teach you to learn the competitors. So a competitor for me would be another woman who is a mom, content creator, or musician who struggles with PCOS or makes wellness content or just vlogs her everyday life, because those are things that I myself do. So with that being said, it is important to know your competition. And I say competition lightly, because at the end of the day, it's you versus you. It's you versus the algorithm. It's you versus AI, okay? So if you are trying to mimic somebody, you're going to burn out. I promise you. If you try to make your personality something that it's not, you're going to burn out. You're not going to want to do it. So be your true authentic self, and no, not every video I'm jumping off the walls, not every video I'm super excited, you feel me? Because me myself, I'm human. You know, you yourself, you're human. You have different moods. And I feel like if you're constantly trying to pocket watch, or you're constantly trying to channel watch and compare yourself, you're literally going to start to hate your own videos, and you're going to really dread your journey on YouTube. So I say to look at your competition in the terms of, what about their videos do you like? You know what I'm saying? What exactly is gravitating you towards their videos? How do they put their thumbnails? How do they make their titles SEO optimized? And how long are their videos? That's what I mean. But I don't mean to completely disregard who you are as a person. Be your authentic self, but pay attention, because if she's going to the gym and she's constantly being consistent on YouTube and she's connecting with her audience, or he, or whatever the case may be, and you like that about them, make sure to pay attention to that and try it out on your own channel. Now, When I say try it out on your own channel, once again, I do not mean to copy people, because you cannot copy authenticity. And if they're being their true authentic self, let them do them, but also pay attention. You know what I'm saying? How do they do their thumbnails? How do they do their branding? What about that do I like? And then start to incorporate, I want to say about 2 to 3 people that you actually look up to on YouTube, and don't replicate them, duplicate them, or anything like that. Don't copy them. Literally just study them, watch them. And when it comes down to your editing style, or it comes down to your branding colors, take a little bit of all these different competitors, because at the end of the day, a person can only watch one video at a time. So if they're doing something that you yourself should be doing on your channel because that's your specific genre or niche, then, you know, pay attention to them. You know, they may be able to teach you something. Number 4 would have to be to have a nice brand aesthetic, or colors, or way that you do your thumbnails that's unique to you. So you don't have to, when I say aesthetic, I feel like a lot of the time when people think of the words aesthetic, they get kind of, you know what I'm saying? Because not everybody is an aesthetic person, and that's completely fine. I know plenty of people who raw vlog. Raw vlogging to me is just like you barely editing, you showing this, that, and the third, you just being raw and authentic. And I make some videos like that, but when I say your branding, I mean, what colors do you like to use for this specific video? It does not have to be on brand every single video. Some people do it like that. I just think that it makes it look a little too polished. But if you are the person who wants to work with brands, it is nice to have like a clear logo. It is nice to have a nice banner for your YouTube channel, a clear, consistent profile picture that people recognize you from, a nice channel name that, you know, lets people know who you are, whether that's your name or the type of channel that, you know, the content that you make. Okay, so tip number 5 is such a controversial topic when it comes down to YouTube. Do I niche or do I not niche? If you want to like just strictly, what's the word, get to the bag faster, and that's the sole reason why you're doing it, a lot of people would tell you to niche. But if you're in it for the long haul and you're a diverse person with multiple interests, like a lot of us are, like me, myself, I'm all over the place. I like this, I like that, I like this, I like that. But at the end of the day, I want to say 3 to 5 niches that you kind of look at for reference for your creativity. And this is what I mean by that. So if I know that I love wellness video, I love health videos, and I love to edit, but I also am a mom, so I love to vlog and be productive. Some videos I'm cleaning. I personally have about 5 different niches going on my specific channel. I'm sure that if I did niche down, I would get to wherever it is that I want to go very quickly, but I know that that's not me. You know what I'm saying? And the goal for me being monetized is because since I do love it, since I am a mom, I would like to make money from spending a lot of times recording and editing and pushing a video out, you know what I mean? So that's why I personally want to get monetized, because I do have a passion for it. But also I have so many different interests where in one video I may teach you something, in another video I may entertain you, in another video, you know, you may find some type of relatability to me. So this is what I'm doing here. So with that being said, there's different ways you can go about it. Whether to niche or not to niche is up to the person, up to their interests. If you know that you don't want people all in your personal private life, don't show your personal private life. It's really that simple. Me, myself, I never cared. You know what I mean? Like there's certain things that I keep private, but there's a lot of things that I don't keep private because I'm comfortable with my own life and sharing my life on the internet. And it took me literally years and years and years to get to that point. But if you know that you're a really private person and you just love to talk about cameras, or you just love to talk about wellness, then that's where you're going to niche. You know for a fact, I just want to teach people this because I'm great at it, you know, and I want to help people. So that's when you would niche. But me, myself, like I have so many different diverse interests. And if you're that type of person, niching down is actually going to do more harm than good to you in the long run. Because like I said before, you will start to burn out, get tired, get bored, not be consistent on YouTube. And YouTube is a consistency rewarding platform. Okay, so you want to make sure that you're making evergreen content that you yourself can always pull inspiration from or creativity if you are a diverse person. And when it also comes down to niching, it can take you about 6 months to a whole year to figure out what exactly your audience loves. So like this type of video, which is me telling you some YouTube tips, some secret tips, and just little different things like that, is evergreen content to teach people. So this is going to push me to a brand new audience, but I'm gonna talk about that in a little bit. Tip number 6 would have to be listen to your core audience. So you have different audiences when it comes down to YouTube. There's a lot of people who may watch this video and decide not to subscribe to me because they just don't like me, they don't like my personality, and that's completely fine. When you're doing YouTube, you're going to get hate comments, you're going to get people who just genuinely want to learn something and move on with their day. Okay, people are on a time crunch, people have lives, people are busy. So that's why I say different videos serve different purposes, but you want to stay true to who you are and who your core audience is. I know for a fact my core audience loves when I raw vlog, or I vlog my life, or I share details about my daughter or my dating life, you know, or about my struggles with PCOS. Like I have audiences that are there for me for specific reasons, but there's going to be your core audience who is there for you as a whole individual. Like they gravitate, they relate to you. So know who your core audience is and serve them. So my core audience, I would picture to be a person who is a creative, who is a parent, who loves fitness, who loves music, who loves art. You know, that's my core person because that's who I am. But also some people who understand mental health is very important to me as well, because I am a person who has mental health talks sometimes, and mental health is so important to me. Health and wellness is so important to me. So that's why I say know who your core audience is and who you're talking to for each specific video, but never lose sight of your core audience and who you are as an individual. Number 7 will have to be trendy videos. If you see a trend, like I know right now back to school videos are really trendy, so a lot of people are gravitating and pulling in a brand new audience for making back to school videos, and that's perfectly fine to do trends. With doing trends, just be careful, because with you, like I said earlier, looking at your competition or looking at other people, don't let that consume you, and do not compare your journey to somebody else's. It may have took another person a month or two to be monetized, maybe even one video to be monetized. You don't know what they're doing on their other platforms, who they're networking with, who they are, you know. So just be careful with comparison, because comparison is a thief of joy. I would rather it take me a full year to build a core audience and to know exactly what they're looking for and what videos I want to make than to piggyback off of somebody else. And that's why when it comes down to like trends, it is smart to do trends, because you're pushing yourself to an audience that does not know you, that's more eyeballs on you, more people who have the chance to check you out in your channel, in your videos, and hopefully they relate to you, but not everybody's going to relate to you, and that's perfectly fine. But when you do those trendy videos, it's to bring in more subscribers, because with YouTube changing their monetization from 4,000 watch time hours to 8,000 watch time hours, you want to make sure that you are being pushed to everybody to make sure that you get in those watch time hours, especially before February 2027. So hop on the trends and do exactly what you feel like you need to do in order to grow on the platform. So this tip would have to be number 1 in my book, but I mean, take it how you want to take it. That is to film short form while you are filming long form. And here's exactly what I mean. So me personally, I have access to cameras, and I know not everybody has access, so not everybody's going to be able to do this. But there's a workaround, and we're going to talk about that in a little bit. So that is to basically set up your camera and do your video, and then have another camera or phone. iPhones are amazing. That's what I use to make my short form content, is my iPhone, because it's absolutely amazing quality. So you're going to literally record snippets on short form, and you're getting a long form video and a short form video. So if you do not have access to more than one camera to make short form while filming long form, then what you're going to do is you're going to take your long form video, drag it into CapCut, and you're going to reframe that. If you guys want any type of tutorials, YouTube is full of them, but if you want me to make a tutorial on how exactly I would do that, then just let me know and I'll do that. So like this sitting down video would be a good way for me to get short form content, because I'll just take little snippets from this long form video and make it into a 9:16 for Instagram Reels or YouTube Shorts or TikTok. You know, you're literally serving every single one of the platforms by having short form videos. So I hope this makes sense, and if it doesn't, I can explain in the comments section down below. Now let's get into my most favorite part when it comes down to YouTube and what actually gravitated me towards doing YouTube in the first place. And that would have to be equipment. If you've been an avid watcher of this channel, then you already know I've had so many different cameras. I've had the cinema line cameras, I've had the DJIs, I've had the Canon G7Xs, I've had the Sony ZV-1s, the Sony ZV-E10, which I'm using right now, but I actually have to send this camera back to my brother because I gave it to him and then I asked for it back when I sold all my gear. And it's a long story. If you're an avid watcher, you already know the whole story behind me doing that. But when it comes down to cameras, there is top two cameras I highly recommend for somebody wanting to do YouTube part-time or full-time, take it serious and has a passion for it. So number one would have to be the DJI Osmo Pocket 4, but if you cannot get your hands on the Pocket 4, just get the Pocket 3. Trust me on this. I know the big cameras are really appealing, you know, a lot of people love them, a lot of people watch YouTube on their TV, so they may prefer them, but the DJIs actually shoot in 4K, and as long as you know what you're doing, you can make it look very nice, I promise you. Now I recommend the Osmo Pocket 4 because it does have D-Log, like full D-Log, so I can color grade my footage how I want it. And I just think that honestly they improved so much on the 4 versus the 3, but I know that in the United States that the 4 is not allowed for bigger retail companies to sell. So like your Best Buys, your B&H won't be able to sell them. So I got mine's off of AliExpress, or you can get it off of eBay, but do it at your own risk because you won't have insurance on it. But legally I can have the camera, I just can't be a huge US retailer. I hope that makes sense as well. So number one would be a DJI, because even if you're doing long form content, you can sit down and talk to the DJI. She's very light, she films in 4K, horizontally in 4K, but vertically she still films in 3K. Don't know why they did that, but they should, you know, it should just be 4K, but hey, it doesn't make me no never mind. So number one is the DJI. Number two would have to be your iPhone, preferably an iPhone 17, because when I had the 13 a couple of months ago, my footage looked completely different than it does on the 17 because they actually improved the camera. So if you have an iPhone 16 or 17 and you have a DJI, you are good to go, I promise you. And if you can't afford a camera, can't get a camera, use your phone. There was a time, there's videos on this channel where I used my phone and people were like, hold on, wait, I actually like the quality of this. So use your phone, like use what you have to get to where you want to be, to get what you want. It's that simple. No excuses. If you're going to do it all the way live. All you need is some good lighting. Like right now I'm using natural lighting from this big window, but if I needed to bring in artificial lighting, they're on Amazon, y'all. Like just attach it to your camera or to your phone and use the lighting on there. Easy fix. But I say 2 cameras because of what I said earlier. You want to get that long form content in and you want to get that short form content in. So yeah, iPhone 17, DJI Osmo Pocket 4, from somebody who has had every camera known to me. My next tip would have to be to invest in lighting. Like I just said, lighting is super important. If you are not in a place where you have a big window full of natural light, that's completely fine. Get some soft boxes, get some LED lights. They are really affordable these days, and it's all on Amazon. All on Amazon. And if you're the type of person where you work all morning, you literally can still film at night, like for like however long your video needs to be. If you're doing sit down videos, just do your editing and your filming when you have an hour block. If you take an hour block Monday through Friday, you literally have 5 hours that you can work on YouTube. So yeah, invest in that lighting and make it do what it do. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit about editing. You guys know that I have worked with different companies such as 𝐬𝐩𝐨𝐬𝐻 Film. It's going to be linked in the description if you're into like the more filmy type of look. I personally don't use 𝐬𝐻𝐴 on the videos on this channel, but I use it on my music channel. Shameless plug, I make music and I do have another YouTube channel. But I mention that because for editing, all you need is 3 things. Okay, and if you didn't know, I'm putting you on. Number 1, in editing software, I use CapCut. I use CapCut Pro. I pay for it, but there is a free version of CapCut. So just use that. Use CapCut, use Canva for thumbnails. You don't need no Photoshop. I miss back in the day where Photoshop, you can just literally buy the program out and you didn't have to pay for cloud subscription. I don't mess with Photoshop, Lightroom, none of that no more. I'll go straight to CapCut to make some really nice, engaging thumbnails, and I call it a day. Number 3 is you're going to want to use either YouTube, SoundCloud, or me. I paid for a whole year of Epidemic Sound for background music. Don't nobody got time to get copyrighted. You will get copyrighted by using certain instrumentals or vocals and things like that. So I personally use Epidemic Sound. I'm not sponsored by them to talk about them. That's just something I use for different moods. So for different types of videos, I use different types of sounds to create a different feeling and emotion behind the video. Because people don't know this, but when it comes down to video in general, video production, it's 50-50. It's 50 visual, 50 sound. If a person is not into your video quality of sound, that can make a really good looking video sound and become complete doo-doo. So you don't want that. You want to make sure your sound is good. There are microphones like this one right here that I sometimes use when I have like a Sony camera, which, like I said, I have to send this Sony camera back to my brother, so I'm not even gonna be able to use this. But there's also microphones for like the DJI if you're into that type of vibe. I think it's called the DJI Mic Minis. I heard they're really good, so maybe investing in a microphone would be under equipment, but it's really under like things that yeah, that would have been under equipment. I'm sorry, I forgot to mention it. I have a Rode mic, by the way. But yeah, softwares: CapCut to edit, Canva to edit your thumbnails, because thumbnails is like number 1. That's how people click on your video. That's how you get impressions. That's how you get watchers. That's how you get watch time hours. Hopefully they like it. And then Epidemic Sound is where I pull my sound from. Now, I did mention YouTube and SoundCloud because there are YouTube and SoundCloud downloaders. So if you find a really cool song that's remade or remixed, do it at your own risk, but you can download it off of different sites. I won't put the sites out there because technically that's pirating and stealing, but sometimes you can get away with it because the song is so well remade or remixed that YouTube doesn't pick up on it. So that's when you go to YouTube and you search up copyright free music, and you hope and you pray that when you upload, you don't run into any type of issues. Now, I have done this for like more trendy sounds in the past, and sometimes I'll get copyrighted, sometimes I won't. But if your goal is to monetize, you don't want to get copyrights at all, because those videos are going to start gaining money once you become monetized and once you get more views. So with that being said, I personally just recommend getting something like Epidemic Sounds or Artlist and use their sounds. My next tip is something I have learned to accept. Once that video goes up, there's no deleting it. Because literally, I had a video on my last channel before it was a music channel, it was a vlog channel, and that's where I started. But on that channel, I had one video for a whole year. I think it was like under 200 views. The following year, that video got up to like over 30,000 views on it, out the blue. No ads, no nothing like that. It just organically grew over time. So once you post that video, don't delete the video. I have had trouble with this, especially when I get in my my feelings and I'm like, maybe like I'm not doing something right, maybe they're just not messing with it. I'll take down videos. That is the dumbest thing that you can do. Keep the videos up there. It's evergreen content and somebody enjoyed it to watch it in the first place. So that's why I say don't delete videos. You never know what might pop off, and it only takes one video to pop off for you to be in there like swimwear. So yeah, once you put it up, Don't take it down. My next tip is actually dealing with planning your content. So you can pick up your laptop at any moment, baby, or you can pick up your phone, the Notes app on your phone, the Pages app on your MacBook, or you can even go to something like a Notion, which is an online software to plan out your ideas. And if you old school like me, just get one cheap notebook. They like $2 from Dollar General, Walmart, Family Dollar. Go pick up a little notebook and write down your video ideas. See what is trending. See what naturally just comes into your mind that you're like, you know what, people would enjoy this, because if you would enjoy it, other people are going to enjoy it too. So that's where you kind of be creative with your notepad. Have maybe one section for creative ideas that you came up with, and then another section for trendy videos, what's popping off. But them trendy videos, you need to have those videos out within a week to 2 weeks, because trends come and they go. They come and they go. It's like going viral. I've been viral before. Didn't even pay attention. Didn't even care, because my goal is to never go viral. My goal is always to make sufficient videos that I enjoy and that other people are going to enjoy. But yeah, when it comes down to trendy videos, you want to make sure you're doing those in the first 1 to 2 weeks of it being a trend. So just a little food for thought. The next thing is to get attention very quickly. Now, if you have a long intro that's over 30 seconds, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Now, if you have one of those intros that's like coming up, you can probably, if it's that good, like you traveling or you doing some cool stuff, then okay, yeah, or it's entertaining, then yeah, people are going to stick around for the first 30 seconds, which will count as a view. We get that. But if you have an intro where it's just you and your intro is super freaking long, like, people don't got time for that. People do not have time for that. It's boring. And then if you consistently keep putting that same intro in there, y'all, they're gonna get tired of it. They gonna end up getting tired of it. You feel me? So what I personally like to do when I know I want a video to do very well, what I'll do is I'll do a recap video, then I'll do my intro, and then I'll go straight into my video, all within the first 30 seconds. So, or 40 seconds. So basically, let's say 15 seconds for a recap, 10 seconds, you know, for like the intro, and then the rest of the seconds and the first 30 seconds is my video starting. So I want to get to their attention very fast. If you don't know how to do hooks, you know what I'm saying? Like, some people will sell you on course. You don't need no course. You just need to lock in, use your noodle, your medulla oblongata, and get to business. You don't need to buy a course on hooks. You feel me? Like, if you have to chat GPT every single thing, you're going to struggle on this platform. So make sure that, yes, you can use chat GPT for tags and keywords if you want to, because I do it all the time. But just make sure that you are pulling in attention organically, authentically, and what makes sense to you, because nobody wants to listen to somebody if they sound like a robot. Like, come on now. So yeah, don't be paying for them courses, the viral hooks, this viral hooks. Don't nobody got time for that. It's not short form. And I'm talking predominantly about long form content in this video for a reason, because that's your evergreen and that's what's going to get you your watch time hours other than going live. And not everybody likes going live, and that's completely fine. That's why I say basically grab attention within the first 30 seconds. And if you are focusing on short form, that's cool too. But just know you need to grab attention even quicker than that. Maybe 5 to 7 seconds you need to be grabbing attention, having that recap or something. Please do not clickbait. That is the most annoying thing and the fastest way to get unsubscribers. When you put something in your title or in your thumbnail that has nothing to do with the video. This used to be like a viral hack back in the day, like back in the 2014, 2015, 2016 era. Please don't do that clickbait stuff. Please. Keep it on topic, keep it on brand. Don't clickbait. If you know for a fact that somebody's grandma did not get slapped in this video, why is it somebody's grandma getting slapped in the thumbnail and that's in the title of the video, but when I click on it, you making mac and cheese? What are you doing? So make sure you just SEO optimize and don't clickbait, because that's so annoying, y'all. Like, we in a whole different ball game. Take it seriously, okay? Be authentic. don't mislead people. My last tip, y'all, would have to be upload based on your analytics. Now, it may take, like I said before, 6 months to a year to fully get a lockdown, or even your first 1,000 subscribers to get a lockdown of when your audience is mainly on YouTube. Now, I've noticed this. Everybody and a mama posts on Sunday. Everybody and a mama posts on Sunday, and there's a reason behind that. So I would say, like, if you don't have an upload schedule, that's fine too, as long as you're posting consistently throughout the week. But Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, those are the days to post, because especially at a certain time, but base it off of your analytics, those are the best days to post, but the time may be differential based on your audience. And what you're going to do is you're going to download the YouTube Studio app, and you're going to look at your analytics. I know nobody likes to look at analytics. I hate looking at my analytics, but it's very important, y'all. It is super important, because you know a lot about what your audience enjoys, how people are finding you, what videos are actually pulling more people into your channel or keeping them on your channel longer. So use your analytics, and it also tells you the times of the day that majority of your audience is online. And it'll tell you where they're at, like what city are they mainly watching your videos, what country are they mainly watching your videos. So it's just super important. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will catch you all back here hopefully next time for a vlog or a sit down. And hopefully, if you made it this far, you subscribe to the channel. And yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.